The Maggie Flanigan Meisner Intensive trains professional actors based on the teaching and work of Sanford Meisner. In this interview, Tashima Evans discusses with Katie how the Meisner Intensive was different than she expected and how she has redefined for herself what it means to be real and authentic.
To be very honest, I'll just kind of talk about like my introduction into the studio and what my anticipation was in coming into studying here for the summer. I kind of looked at it as it would be another class that I would take. I would learn a little something, add it to my resume, and then move forward. So that's kind of how I looked coming into studying at the studio. That's how I looked at my experience. I was like, oh, I'll do this. I'll study a little bit, I'll add it to my resume, and boom, I'll be good. It's been, for me, incredibly life-changing. I've seen it just help me grow as far as like my artistry, and I feel like coming into it I had the respect for acting as an art. I'm an artist, like I always say, I'm not just an actor, I'm an artist, and I have like a profound respect for artistry, but I don't think I saw how deeply flawed I was in my view of my art and how I put limitations on what I did with my art. And I feel like being in the class with Charlie has been mind-blowing. It's impacted my personal life. Like I find myself hearing Charlie's voice in my head when I'm out and about. Like if there's something going on that I want to do, I'm thinking, what's more important, what this person is doing or what you need and want, you know? And it's helped me just to be more clear about what I wanted in my life. And there's no turning back, I feel like now. Like it absolutely is no way for me to go back to whatever I was doing before as an actor. Like it's completely transformed how I view training. And there were so many moments, not even just for myself, but watching other people work. But I'll say there was one moment where I was doing an activity and I used a very personal experience to kind of shape my time with the time aspect involved. And I wept in a way that no one in my life, my family, friends that I'm close to that I've known, I like wept for whatever I was choosing to like use as my motivation. And it was something I've done privately by myself, but never in front of people. And to me, that feeling is very addicting. You know, like I feel like addicted to that feeling, but then also it showed me that's what I want to share more as an actor. I want to expose more of my private moments. You know, when I'm by myself, when I'm in my thoughts, when I'm in the car, whatever that is, I want to showcase that. So I feel like that opened my eyes to what a wall that's been up for myself. It's kind of been like, I can be strong and I'll do this little part of myself, but this private moment, feelings and emotions that I share, I don't want to really share that. And I feel like that was a moment where it kind of opened it up for me, and I was like, hey, just do whatever you feel, what's real. I came into it thinking like, well, I'm going to do this class, and then I'm just going to put it on my resume, and I don't even need to move forward in any way. Just how much I needed to unlearn and grow as an actor, and how I had emotional blocks in place I wasn't even aware of, you know. And so I feel like that was a big thing for me. But then also just to be more of myself and be real and authentic. Like before I was playing at acting, I really wasn't tried and true coming from my heart and from my soul more, you know. But I feel like being here and studying at Maggie and studying with Charlie has really taught me how to bring my soul forward and it not be a thing that I'm playing at, but being real and being authentic. So I feel like that's really the difference, not being afraid. And also about Charlie's not trying to sugarcoat anything, you know. Like he's keeping it all the way real. And I even tell people like the things that he's noticed about me and about like things that I do and how it materializes in class that I'm not even aware has been so on point and accurate in a way that no other acting coach has done with me before. And so I just feel like this is where it's about the artistry, it's about the craft, it's about respecting it, and it's not about, oh, let's see what jobs you're going to book, let's see what acting, you know, let's be a police today. No, it's like, no, where's your heart, where's your soul, where's the feeling? Well, he's rough, you know. There was moments in the beginning as I was getting to know him that he doesn't even know this, but I was like off at him. I could think in my head like I'm gonna walk out. I'm telling myself, calming myself down and I'm gonna walk out. But you know, I realized I need his teaching style. It's not going to be about making you feel good. It's going to be about the truth. And sometimes the truth hurts. It doesn't always feel good, you know. And so I feel like Charlie has a respect for the craft, a respect for the art, and he's just not about making people feel good. It can be rough sometimes. I've seen people and myself cry because of that, you know. we all need to grow. I mean, as anyone has learned, it was myself, that there was so much more in me that needed to come out that I hadn't even at all touched my maximum potential. And I don't even feel like that in 6 weeks I've reached that. It's just really been like grazing the surface of what I'm capable of doing. It's worth the investment, it's worth the time, and who cares what anyone else is doing? What do you see yourself needing to do? You know, like, what do you see that you need to bring forward? What about yourself needs to shape and change? And if someone's even inquiring about it, then there's a part of you that knows you need it. So don't like sell yourself short and think, oh no, I'm good, because I've done that before. And I did that partly with this being, you know, doing the summer intensive. It's like, no, you need it. You need to grow. If you want to be great at anything, it requires training. Prior to coming here, I looked at some other places, and from what I've seen from the people that have studied here, was really a tried and true, like, this is where you need to be. I came to a movement performance, it was like their final movement performance, and I was moved to tears. And not even just because, like, oh my gosh, these are great looking people and they're really good, but every single person's soul was infused in what they were doing. And so I feel like studying at Maggie has really shown me where everyone, it sets a standard for every person in class, professionally and as far as artistically, you know, and I just have not experienced that anywhere else. I mean, this has really, and I am tough, what is it, like a tough egg to crack, you know, like, it's the truth for me, you know, and it's really opened me up in so many other ways. So I feel like there is no other place for me to train.
To learn more about the acting programs at the Maggie Flanigan Studio, including the Meisner Intensive, visit the acting programs and registration pages on the studio website. Interested students should contact the studio during business hours to schedule an admissions interview. Call 917-789-1599.